Hello everyone. Welcome to Get Your Plan Online and ASL with me, Liz. Today we are going to be learning some space science because it's Space Week. So, just going to give a second for anyone who's watching live to jump on here. But my name is Liz. I am conversational in American Sign Language, and that is why I like to share American Sign Language with you guys, and I really enjoy sharing all of my knowledge in American Sign Language with you guys. Most of the signs that I'm going to teach you are going to be basic sign language, with the exception of this week. This week is going to be a little more challenging of signs just because it is outer space and the concepts are a little harder to remember, or they're a little more complex. So I am going to get started. So what we do every time for ASL is we go over flashcards, which we are a little lighter on our flashcards today because there's not as many space concepts that have an American Sign Language word for them. Then we're going to read a book called 8 Days Gone, and then we are going to make a little telescope. So when you look through it up at the light, should grab a flashlight, but you see that these have these have holes in the bottom. So if you hold it up to a light, you can see through and you can see some stars in it. So our little telescope, and then these are glow in the dark. And then we have some stickers to decorate too. So just so you guys know for later, to make the telescope, what you're going to need is a toilet paper tube, stickers to decorate if you want to decorate it, a black marker to color the toilet paper tube, or crayon or colored pencil if you prefer that. I just like using marker because it's a little thicker and it'll be a little quicker to decorate. You're going to need tape, a pencil, a white crayon or white marker, whatever, or silver, and then black construction paper. All you really need for this is the toilet paper tube, pencil, and black paper. That's all you really need, but for and the tape. But for decoration's sake, you're going to want some stuff to color it with. So I'm going to set these aside and let's get started reviewing some outer space signs. So first we're going to start with outer space. So there are a lot of different signs for outer space, but the sign that I am going to teach you guys today is like this. So outer space. Just like that. So that is outer space. Then our next sign is gravity. Gravity looks like that. So gravity, you hold your hand in a fist and you pull your hand down to your fist. So gravity. Next we have stars. So stars, you take your 2 index fingers, and you go up. Hold on, let me see if we're working because on my end I'm having a little bit of trouble. Sorry about that, guys. We're just having a little trouble with... Hello, everyone. Next, we have stars. Okay, perfect. We're still going. Okay, I am going to have this up because I cannot see what I'm doing on my end, and I just want to make sure that I can always see what I'm doing. Okay, perfect. So, stars. Oh no! And then telescope, like we're going to make today. So, telescope is just like that, like you're looking through a telescope. Next we have solar system. So solar system is like, sorry, I'm looking at it. Oh, solar, like the sun, and then system. And then we have atmosphere. So atmosphere is the stuff around the earth. So you make a fist and then you draw around the earth. Then we have planets. So planet is a fist and like that. Planet. Actually, I don't think there's movement with that, so I think it's just like that. Planet. And then we have comets. So comet is like that. That is comet. Then we have sun. So sun is, you make a circle and then sun. Next we have astronaut. So to sign astronaut, you put on an astronaut helmet and then you blast off. So you act like you're putting on an astronaut helmet and then you shoot off into the sky. So that's astronaut. Next we have moon. So moon is like this. Next we have earth. So earth, you make a fist and you go like this and then you shake this. So it's earth. Because earth is really steady. Then we have aliens. What a fun sign. So next we have aliens. So for aliens, you just twitch your antennas like you have an antennas like an alien. And then we have eclipse. So for eclipse, you bring them together. Because an eclipse is one thing going over another. So it'll look like that. So eclipse. Our next sign is a rocket. So for rocket, an easy way to remember the sign for rocket is that rocket starts with an R and then it blasts off to the moon. So you make an R and then you hold it up against a flat palm and then it shoots up rocket. Like you're rocketing off to the moon. And our last sign is galaxy. So for galaxy, you do the sign for stars and outer space. Stars and outer space. And that's all the signs we have for today. It's a very light day for signs. Just because in American Sign Language there is not a lot of signs that represent outer space things. So I would have been doing a lot of finger spelling. So that is all of our signs for today. So now we're going to go ahead and read our book. Now this book is called 8 Days Gone, and it's by Linda McReynolds, and it's illustrated by Ryan O'Ruckery. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I apologize, but it's called 8 Days Gone. Ooh, we got some astronauts. Do you remember the sign for astronauts? Astronaut. Alright. Hundreds gather. Hot July. Spaceship ready, set to fly. Look, they're gonna watch the rocket shoot off into space. Launchpad countdown, smoke and flame, rumbling, blasting, seizing fame. Ooh, the rocket's ready to go. Rocket orbits, engines fire toward the moon, soaring higher. Moon, rocket. Shrinking planet, streaming fast. Planet. Starry darkness, sprawling vast. Oh wait, did I forget to show you the picture? Get to see inside the rocket. Pretty cool. Fasten helmets, gloves and boots, backpacks, air tanks, bulky suits. The astronaut is ready. Spacecraft readied, system checks. Lunar module disconnects. Oh my goodness. Look. This part is going out over to the moon. This one's going to go land on the moon. Let's bring that closer so you can see. Perfect. Okay. Michael Collins stays with ship, waits observing tracking trip. So this guy's gonna stay in the spaceship and wait. Nation watching, bated breath, eagle landing, life or death. People are watching to see if they're gonna land their craft on the moon. Armstrong makes his one small step. Giant leap from years of prep. So this is the story of how Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. Edwin Aldrin hops around, bootprints left on ashen ground. can see the boot prints on the moon. Desolation, silent dark, tranquil sea, barren, stark. You can see the Earth right here. Hull equipment, careful tests, exploration, lunar quest. Snapping pictures, planting flags, soil samples, rocks in bag. Getting everything they need to show. Alright. Eagle docking, mission ends, journey home to family, friends. They're ready to go home. Swiftly speeding, Earth ahead, ship arriving, news is spread. Exciting. They're home now. Let's see what's next. Ocean splashdown, hero scene, helicopter, quarantine. That's a word we know pretty well right now, isn't it? Brave explorers, safe return, data gathered, much to learn. Lunar mission, reach new heights, pave the way for future flights. So they're going to be future flights. Let's see what's next. All done, but there is an author's note that tells more information about the book. So I'm going to go ahead and read that. So this is the picture that's with the author's note. I'm just going to put it down here so I can hold it so I can see it. Author's note. On July 18th, 1969, the Apollo 2 mission to the moon began with the launch of a Saturn V rocket from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. After being thrust into space, the command module Columbia and the lunar module Eagle separated from the rocket and headed for the moon. On board were three astronauts. Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Armstrong and Aldrin, on July 20th, Eagle detached from Columbia and made its descent to the lunar surface. Collins remained aboard Columbia, orbiting the moon, while the other two astronauts landed Eagle on an area of the moon called the Sea of Tranquility. Armstrong and Aldrin performed scientific tests and collected samples of soil and rock. After 2.5 hours, the astronauts planted an American flag as a reminder of their visit and left the lunar surface. Eagle rejoined Columbia and the crew began its journey home. Once Columbia re-entered the Earth's atmosphere, parachutes opened and safely lowered the module into the Pacific Ocean. The crew was picked up by a helicopter and taken to the USS Hornet, a nearby recovery ship. Because traveling to the moon had never been done before, scientists were uncertain whether it would have any negative effects on humans. The astronauts were put in quarantine until it was determined that they were not sick from their journey. While in quarantine, the heroes were visited by President Richard M. Nixon. Although the entire mission lasted only 8 days, Its historic nature makes it one of the most famous missions of the space program. It also fulfilled President John F. Kennedy's dream of sending a man to the moon and bringing him safely back to Earth before the end of the 1960s. So that was the book called 8 Days Gone by Linda McReynolds. I'm going to set that aside and we will get started with our next project, which is we are going to make our telescopes. So I'm going to reset my camera so that I can make sure that you guys can see everything really well. While I am working on these. Let me just see if that is good. Perfect. Okay. So we are going to be making these telescopes. Okay, perfect. So we're going to be making these here telescopes. And what you will need as a reminder is, just going to make sure that everything's still working. Okay, perfect. So what you're going to need is a toilet paper tube, some tape, a piece of black paper, and if you would like to decorate it like I did here, you're going to want a black marker, and you will need a pencil. Forgot to mention that one. You will need a pencil and some stickers. And you're going to need a white and silver crayon if you want to decorate it like I did with some stars. Okay, so our first step is to take our toilet paper tube here and color it with the black marker. Sorry, I'm just trying to readjust my camera a little bit just to make sure that you guys can see the best. Perfect. Okay, so to color my toilet paper tube, you can see that it has these ridges here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color around those. So first, I like to draw a nice thick line around those ridges. And this does not have to be perfect. Perfect. So I got all the ridges colored. So now I'm going to go ahead and color in the rest of the toilet paper tube. Oh, I'm going to start from this side. I like to start where the ridges will stop you from coloring. And I'm using marker, so I'm probably going to get it on my fingers, as you can see. So that is totally fine because the marker that I'm using is washable. But what you're going to do to make your telescope is you're just going to color in a toilet paper tube first, which is what I am doing right now. And this is just for decoration's sake. So if you don't want to decorate it, you don't have to do this part. But I like to decorate mine. And it's easiest to start with the decoration part. Okay, so now we have our finished coloring. So it's all colored black. And you can use colored pencils, paint, crayons, whatever you want really to color this black. And you could do it any other color that you'd like as well. So it doesn't have to be black. I just wanted to make mine black. So our next step is going to be putting some stickers and some stars on it. So I have these stickers that are glow in the dark, that are smiley faces. Uh-oh. I dropped it. Alright. So I have these, and I think that I am going to put the big smiley face with the tongue sticking out on it. So I'm going to put that smiley face right there. And then I'm going to put this one on there. It's a little sad, a little grumpy. I'm going to put that one down here. So I have my two glow-in-the-dark stickers on here. Now I'm going to put those back in their container. Put that, there on a mess. I'm going to set those aside. And what I'm going to do now is grab my white and silver crayon, and I'm going to draw some stars on here. So how I like to draw stars is I go up diagonally like that, then I go down the other way, and then I go up, over, and sideways. So it ends up looking like that. And then I'll just like to color my stars in so I can adjust how they look a little bit if I need to. I am going to make this side a little bigger. Fill that in, make that part a little bigger. Then you have your completed star. So I'm going to do a few more of those in both white and silver. So we have another one. Do one up here. Then I'm going to switch to my silver crayon and put some more stars on there with that. And these stars don't have to be perfect. So this is what mine looks like right now. So what you're going to do next is you're going to take your black paper and your pencil. I have my black paper and pencil here. And you're going to lay it down, and you're going to set your telescope on top of it. And you're going to take your pencil, and you are just going to, hold on, do I want this side? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what side I want to look at. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to just put your pencil against the black paper and make sure that it's nice and tight against your toilet paper tube, and just trace in a circle around it. And you know what? I totally forgot to tell you about one of the important things that you will need. You're going to need a pair of scissors. Let me just grab a pair of scissors that I have here. So when using scissors, obviously ask permission from a parent and be really careful. So then you're just gonna see how I have this nice outline of a circle here, and I'm just gonna use that and cut it out. Okay, so now I have my nice circle, and now what you're going to do is have two options here. You can either draw on one side with your white and silver crayon. Unfortunately, this does not show up very well when you're looking into it, so it's really hard to see. So what I like to do is make sure my pencil lead is out a bit, and then you take your paper and you really carefully just punch some holes into the paper. Now you want to be really careful that you don't pinch yourself when you're doing this, but just go ahead and punch a bunch of different holes in it. And an easy way to do this is to just set it on the table and just pull up on the paper, like I'm doing here. And if you want a little bit bigger holes, you can give it a wiggle like this, and it'll open up the hole a little more. So see how that hole is bigger? I'm just going through and making sure I have a bunch of holes in it. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, I have a bunch of different holes, in my paper. So our next step is that we are going to grab our tape and we are just going to tape this right onto the tube. Set my black paper aside. So we have our tube, and what we're going to do is we're going to set it down so it fits on nicely. And then you're going to tape that, and then you're going to press down. Then you're going to tape the other side down. Put it onto there, and then put it over the side. And then you're going to grab your tape again, and you're going to do the other two sides. Sometimes tape does not want to stick. So I'm going to put a couple more pieces on just to be safe. Perfect. Okay, so now we have a bunch of pieces of tape that are sealing that down. So now, if you look through it, you should be able to see the holes. And it looks like, if you had a light behind it, it would look like stars. Let's see if this will help. Kind of hard to see, but if you have a light, you can see the stars. If you look through it up at your light, you'll be able to see a bunch of different stars. So that is our telescope that we made today. So now we're going to finish up by listening to a song, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for today. So we're going to play a song called Space Song Rocket Ride. It's by Barefoot Book Sing Along. So space, rocket, and then last week we learned the sign for ride, like that. Perfect. Okay, let's get started. Hold on, I need to start over. Okay, there we go. So space song rocket ride.
Milky Way, and the bright stars shine all around, and the bright stars shine all around. In among the stars of that galaxy is our solar system, where 8 planets spin. The planets that spin in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around. In the middle of the planets shines a burning sun. The sun's our own star, a bright blazing ball. The sun in the middle of the planets that spin in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around. And around that sun orbits our blue earth, blue from the water that gives us life. The earth around the sun, and the sun in the middle of the planets that spin in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around. And around that earth orbits a moon, turning every month, tugging at the tides. The moon around the earth, and the earth around the sun, and the sun in the middle of the planets that spin in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around.
Whoa! Asteroid belt! That looks like a shooting star. It must be a meteor. I thought Jupiter's moon. Wait, that's not a moon. It's a satellite. Is that a black hole?
We watch the sky, the twinkling stars wink down at us. The stars in our eyes, and the moon around the earth, and the earth around the sun, and the sun in the middle of the galaxy, in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around.
Awesome, and that's all I have for you guys today. That was our ASL Outer Space Live. Outer Space Live. If you want to review the cards, you can go back to the beginning of the live and review all of the cards. But thank you guys for watching. This has been Liz with ASL. I hope you guys are enjoying these American Sign Language lives. I really enjoy teaching you guys some new signs and helping to improve your knowledge of American Sign Language. It's been really fun thinking of signs that go with each theme of the summer, so I hope you guys are enjoying that as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again next week, same time, for another ASL Live. Bye guys!